Camera one, camera two. Camera one, camera two. How you doing tonight, Paul?
What's up, buddy? It's been a while since we did a Friday stream together. You and Mike have been running the show here for a while with the Friday film room.
Yeah, it's fun. And the thing with Mike, it's so great because, and I mentioned it before, he has no ties to Buffalo, so he looks at the film objectively, whereas we would look at it a little bit differently. And it's great to finally be breaking this film down with you. Apex coming in, Daniel coming in, Sean, we've already been talking to. The whole crew's getting in here, and it's just fantastic. Um, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Mike is actually driving down one of those southern states to a hockey tournament to bring his kids, so he's not going to be joining us tonight. So Paul came out of the bullpen, number 42, and
That's right.
he's going to
Bringing
try.
in the closer.
He's going to try to close it out for us tonight. As you could tell, my voice is still a little under the weather. I apologize for that. Film Room Friday. Eric Johnson in the house.
Mhm.
Piebald. Also, we wanted to mention just real quick before we get into the film. We're as we said, we're selling these boxes, donations, $5 up to $25. If you've seen the video on Tuesday, for Brian Mormon's Punch Foundation. It's a great cause, helping kids with cancer. We would really like if you guys would, um, you know, whatever you can. It's great. You guys, we're gonna have some Bills merch for you, so that we're gonna raffle off for the last 4 games of the year, and it's helping a great cause. We're working with 26 shirts and David Adams, and it's just something that Paul and us can, give back because you guys have given us so much that we wanted to try to give some back now, and we're
All
happy to
right.
have this platform to do it. So, Paul Berg and Daniel
Some of that
Garis.
stuff right here,
What's that?
Mario.
Oh, you got
I
the
got some of
merch?
that stuff. Let's see what I grab. What I grab here. Let's see here. This is the Devin Singletary autograph mini.
Yeah, you got the footballs and everything too.
Uh, let's see what else we
Yes,
got.
Singletary, Oliver, Trey White. We got a
Yep.
bunch of things for you
Here's
guys.
yep. There's the Ed Oliver autograph mini. We've got Andre Reed and Fred Jackson.
Yeah,
We've got some autograph mini footballs. Yeah, so it's definitely worth it, right? And how can you say no to the Punt Foundation?
you can't. You
The
can't. It's
things that
great.
they do for families of kids pediatric cancer, you can't say no to that.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be working with them, and hopefully we can raise this $2,000 by the end of the year, end of the season rather,
Mhm. Right.
and be able to donate to them. I can't wait. It's gonna be so much. It's gonna be so much fun. Ronald Enix, what's up, fellas? Berg and Garis are here, so everything that we say, Paul, is gonna be checked. So just get ready for that. Well, right out of the gate on the Friday Film Room, hashtag Nation, thank you for joining us. Hen Dog is here as well. I wanted to go to the one play that I was talking about for like weeks now about Trent Murphy and the play in the Patriots game. I just want to go over that one really quick. This is the second play from scrimmage. You can tell Murphy's right here. He's on the end, and he crashes down. He gets blocked by the tackle or the guard, and then he ends up submarining the other tackle or the guard that's pulling. And Latulele actually makes the tackle in the back. It's probably another reason why I like to play. Uh, but the
Oh,
point,
come on.
no, no. What I'm saying is
You're
this: you got Murphy right here.
better than that, Mario.
I know I'm a lot better than that. I don't know, but you got Murphy right here, and oh god, I love it when this thing freezes on me. It's so great, Paul. I can't tell you how much that this thing does. Let me just refresh it for you guys. I do apologize, but like in the tight shot that I'm going to show you guys very
Yeah,
very soon. What's that, Paul?
mhm. No, I was going to say that front looks a little confusing, right? Because you have Jerry wide out right, and then you have Lorenzo peeking at the tight end in the set. Or no, that's is that no, the Jerry's out on the tight end.
Yeah, you got Jerry here, you got Ed Oliver here, you got Starr here, you got Murphy here, and then you got Lorenzo.
That's a big ass tight end over there.
Uh, no. Okay, so what? Murph gets blocked down by the tackle. Okay, you see him right here. He gets blocked down by the tackle, and he turns. He sees Brady's handing it off to Michelle. Now he knows he's not going to get there. So what he does is he wrong arms the tackle coming across the formation right here, and just totally submarines the guy. So he creates this 8-car pileup right in the middle, and Starr ends up looping around, and him and Edmonds, pile in there and make the tackle.
Edmonds was pushing him. You see him? Edmonds pushes him in.
Yeah,
Go back.
get him.
Go back. Watch Edmonds gives a little shove. Like, get in there, guy. Get in there, guy.
Your loyal Canadian is back for more Friday Film Room. Thank you, John. Hunter Smith, what's up? Dale Gary's the real reason Mario likes to play. Starr.
Yeah, Starr. That's right.
Yeah, I like, see, but those plays, that's just one that I highlighted. Those are a lot of things that Murphy will do. He does those all game. And he doesn't show up on the stat sheet for that, but he submarines a pulling guard so someone else can make the tackle, and it's so great. That's what I love about him. And probably why Frazier and McDermott like him so much. So
well, one thing that you saw New England do in that set, just quickly, right, is you saw how heavy their line was, right? So if you look, there were 6 offensive linemen in that set. And New England has been going heavy because they've had a real they've had trouble at the tight spot. Ben Watson, I mean, he's Ben Watson at this point in his career, right? But that's where they are.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's something we're not going to see from Denver. Denver has actually very athletic tight ends. So it's not going to be a similar look. So where the Bills could go down and you could, ostensibly rush 5 against such a heavy line, since they've got an extra tackle in, he's not a receiving threat. The Bills could drop down an extra player into pressure. Denver's the exact opposite of that, right? Denver builds their running game off the fact that those tight ends are so athletic. Noah Fant is a freak athlete. Jeff Heuerman, when he's healthy, is a very good athlete. Like they've got some great athletes at that tight end position. It makes them very different than a lot of teams the Bills have played so far this year.
Yeah, we got B. Light.
Fant is a poor man's Dawson Knox. If I was Sean Munley, not on draft day, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. No,
not on draft day.
Old fashioned trousers comes in. Mike looks a lot like Paul this week. You see, Brady was nursing a possible elbow injury from Raul Edix. Daniel comes in. He says he's been questionable for 12 years.
Yeah, that's nothing new. That's nothing new.
That's pretty funny. Let's go back to the film. So what we're going to try to focus on tonight, guys. Now, I didn't tell Paul any of these plays. So we're
we haven't talked about this.
Yeah, we're going to go into these blind. We're just going to try to examine how the Bills, because the Buffalo Bills were so successful, hung 37 points on the Miami Dolphins, we're going to try to see how the third down plays went, because they were 5 for 14, which isn't a very terribly good number. So we wanted to try to examine what happened. So this is the first third down. This is a 3rd and 9 at the Miami 37, 12:52 left in the first quarter. The Bills come out, as we tried to talk about it, Michael and I talked about it, widen these guys out, because on those 3rd and longs, you see the Miami Dolphins, they always wanted to stack the box when the Buffalo Bills were stacking the box. However, they're not able to do that here. And the thing was, because the Bills were running such an up-tempo offense, they couldn't disguise really much.
Right. Well, and to just highlight real quick, the Bills were running a no huddle in this series, right? So it went from no huddle on 1st and 10, which is obvious, right? 2nd and 9, they no huddle a shotgun set. 3rd and 9, it was no huddle of a shotgun set. Like they knew what they were doing here in this drive. Like this was all planned out, because it had been relatively up tempo. But it's the Bills have been trouble on 3rd downs. They've not been very successful at it, which is sort of strange, right? When you think about it, the Bills are scoring in the red zone at a pretty awesome rate. Like they've got one of the higher end red zone offenses in the league, yet they struggle on 3rd downs. Normally you see those as being kind of related. Normally if you have a pretty good red zone offense, you can convert some 3rd downs because there's a lot of things that are similar in that, right?
Yeah.
From a concept standpoint, but the Bills just haven't been able to get this 3rd down thing under control. It's been weeks and weeks and weeks.
Well, here's the thing. When you run it up tempo, here's the thing that ends up happening is that Allen, who is prone to locking on guys, starts locking on more guys. So if we run this through, he's got a shotgun, he's got trips tight right here with Knox. The they're in the two deep, but it looks like they're playing man because of the actions of here, the two corners that they have. As a linebacker, actually. So as I run this through, Allen, as soon as he gets the ball, boom, looking right. Immediately looking right.
Well, yeah, I mean, stop right there. He takes a peek left, and what does he see? He sees Knox and 3 defenders, right? So you're immediately eliminating that. The only thing you can do is hope if this initial linebacker that's closest to Knox right now, if he drags, and if Knox can drag both those linebackers, then Singletary becomes an option, right? But until that happens, there's no reason to look left. There's zero reason. There's nothing there.
Well, the thing you're gonna change your mind after you see how this play plays out. Just saying. All right, so he looks right. This is a 3rd and 9. Sorry, excuse me. So Beasley happens to run just a quick out. Who, as we talked about many times before, the guy's always open. It doesn't matter. He's your safety valve. He's the guy that's always going to be open. So he catches it for like about 4 yards. It was in his tackled immediately. On the outside, you have a dig and you have a clearing route. So this middle wide receiver, who's McKenzie, he's running the clearing route for this outside wide receiver. I think Brown might have been the primary on this because he's running the dig at the first down marker. Knox is actually running like a little mini flag out here. So because there's 3 defenders out here, it sometimes doesn't even matter that, because watch what happens to Knox in the bottom of your screen. He gets an outside release and turns. If Allen delivers that right now, because this guy's back is to him. It's not like Allen threw the ball to the right and this guy's sloughing off. This corner, this safety definitely is. But Allen could rifle that right to Knox right now.
Constructive criticism.
Actually, I'm sorry. That's Croft. I apologize. That's Croft.
Oh, that's Croft? Yeah. Okay. The reason that linebacker drifts to the middle of the field, which leaves Croft open there, is because of Allen's eyes, right? So if you watch, he's just peering off Allen's head. So he creeps because Allen's looking right side. And if Allen were to come back, it would have been open. But I don't blame him. It's a numbers game. Initial math tells you 3-on-1.
Yeah. Because he's the one that's peeking in the backfield along with this guy right here off the snap. He's peeking at Allen. He initially has Singletary. This guy right here has Singletary. Okay, so he goes in. He sees Singletary's blocking, so now he's just staying there spying Allen. He's not really at a blitz and engage yet. He's just kind of sitting there waiting for Allen to move.
Right.
So I go to the tight. So Allen, this is what we see a lot. We saw a lot of it. Okay, all right. I'm going to call it at the line. I have it in my helmet that Dable's telling me to call this. He might be changing it. He identifies the MAC. That's where he's pointing at, which happens to be the safety, which is oddly enough. So now these guys all just want to stand around like they did in the previous matchup and then try to confuse Allen. But because they're so spread out, and because Allen's running such up tempo, they can't do it. They can't disguise it.
Right. And let's just clarify for those that didn't see the last film room, right? So what teams had been doing was they were crowding line because the Bills were running a bunch sets in tight formations, right? So all the receivers were relatively close to the offensive line as far as their setup goes. They're really working within about 15, 20 yards across the field. Right? Everybody was pretty tight. So they were able to come in and bunch. And we saw this for weeks. The Patriots did it. The Eagles did it. Miami did it in the first matchup. Like, teams have been doing it to Buffalo for weeks. It took them a while to figure out, well, if we spread out the receivers, exactly what Mario is saying right now, the teams aren't going to be able to bum rush us with 8 or 4. We'll get a better look at what the pressure is. You could tell Miami wasn't really prepared for that. Right? No. This is what they thought the rest of the team was going to be, and they didn't seem very prepared.
No, they didn't seem prepared at all. And the thing about it is Allen was able to he was protected well. He was able to stand in the pocket and deliver, stay tall. As we talk about staying tall, he tends to get too wide. So if he stays tall in the pocket like he does here, you see the delivery, even though it wasn't for a first down, it was right on the money to Beasley. So as you mentioned though before, this guy right here, number 20, he just looks right at Allen. He starts drifting because his eyes immediately go that way, and that's the thing that is concerning for me. As soon as he catches it, he looks that way. He's not looking the safety off. He's not looking anybody else off. He's immediately saying, "Okay, I'm going to Beasley." Boom. So as we talked about many times before, post snap reads. Pre snap reads is pretty good. Post snap reads, he needs to get off of the receiver if it's not a good look. And you're going to see on a few of these third down plays that I have here, it's not a good look. So this one was a 3rd and 6. This is the one that Allen caught him too many men on the field. End up going back to a 3rd and 1. But you see,
it was, I mean, great. I mean, Allen's working hard, right? Allen's working hard to get the snap because he sees that there's too many guys. He's screaming for the football there. It was really smart play.
I think so. Yeah, it was a very smart play. And then he comes in. But this is what we talk about pre-snap and post-snap. Now you look at Beasley. Okay, Beasley's at the top. He's in the top of the bunch right here. He runs just a little quick out at the first down marker. Allen already made up in his mind. He's looking right at Singletary when he catches it. So he looks, which isn't a bad read. This is not a bad read here. So he throws it, but then you see Beasley at the top of your screen. Look at Beasley. He's got a good 5 yards on this guy at the first down marker.
Seymour, this is during game time. I kind of applauded Allen because the way that I looked at it was he's just taking easy 5 yards because he knows he got them for too many men. He's just throwing a pass that's not going to be intentional grounding, right? Yeah. But it's a free play. It's a free play. Do whatever you want. And this to me isn't whatever you want. This is let's just take the 5 yards and
yeah, exactly.
Let's take the 3rd-1. Yeah, it's a free play, and I just don't. I can't say that I support the approach there. You know what I mean? Like come on.
Honestly, I think I need to correct myself. I think I need to correct myself, Paul, because as soon as he gets the snap, it looks like he looks to see if the guy threw the flag or not.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, again, free play.
But why? Here's my question.
He's just throwing to avoid intentional grounding.
Why is there no adjustment by the receivers to go deep if they know it's a free play?
That was tight. I don't.
Well, I'll be honest with you. If the guy
they might not have seen the flag.
If the guy on this sideline threw it, none of these guys could see that.
Right.
They're all over here. But why is he still just completely locked on? There really are no long routes in this. It's all crossers.
No. Yeah.
So, I don't mind him doing that because the guy that was he probably thought this guy was blitzing and they were just going to release Singletary out here, which isn't, like I said, it's not a bad decision. I'm just wondering, well, the throw was a little off. He just tried laying it up there. But Beasley was wide open at the top.
Remember old-fashioned Trousers? Maybe old-fashioned Trousers says maybe he thought Lee Smith was playing and tried to end the play before Lee Smith could have an offsetting holding penalty.
Oh my God, that's funny. This was the.
It's actually a fair point. Like really, truthfully,
fair point. Lee Smith only played 8 plays or 7 plays last game against Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, good.
And they dropped 37. Good. So there we go.
And that's why I made the bet with you that Lee Smith will be inactive for the next game and Duke Williams will be active. That's why we make the bets that we do, right? There. That's the reason. It's gonna happen.
Okay. I hate you so much. So we got a 3rd-and-7 at the Miami 28. There's 7:30 left. This is another 3rd down. Paul, this chat is like number 85, 60-minute blitz. So it's a third. These guys have been running up tempo. You still have this bunch, which, okay, I guess I can go with it.
The same look as the last 3rd down set.
Yeah. So he catches it. He's immediately looking left again. He doesn't care about the bunch.
Is that Beasley at the
Beasley? Yes. So here's the thing: you got McKenzie running the clearing route in here, so Beasley could sneak underneath him. That's what you have. Mm-hmm. You got a single high safety. They're going to bring some guys. He drops back. He doesn't even pay attention to Beasley. You throw it now to Beasley, he can cut up in between these guys and get the first down for you. But he was so locked on Brown, who caught it. I mean, he caught it for 6 yards. It was a 3rd-and-7. And they end up running Frank Gore the next play for a first down. So I just don't understand. So we've seen 3 third downs so far and a couple of things that you benefited from the up-tempo. But teams are going to catch up to that up-tempo, Paul.
Right.
My theory of Paul's head in the box was wrong. Oh, Evan Anderson. He said he thought your head was in the box when I did the 7 thing.
And Big Spence, what's in the box? A red snapper. Very tasty. I'm sure you don't know. Do you know UHF?
Of course I don't know UHF.
Do you know that movie?
No, I
It was
don't.
a Weird Al movie from like 19. Never mind. I don't know why I'm talking to you about this. But
Okay, good
that's
to hear. Need some Paul to offset the
crazy.
Mario. What? Paul is the songbird of his generation. I'm not going to lie about
I
that.
am. I've been called that by people who've heard me. Um,
I'm done. I'm done with you. All right, so let's just see how this is blocked up. Um, Obviously they're going to bring pressure. Allen's got it. He diagnoses it. Okay, so Dawkins double teams, waits for the guy to loop around. So is Feliciano.
mhm.
Feliciano blocks it up.
Yeah,
You got.
nice pickup. That's nice pickup.
I know it because it's great, but the thing that I
That's
love,
really clean.
the thing that I love is this right here. This right here. This guy. This is how you stay on the field as a running back in the NFL. All right, where are you going? I'm gonna stay there.
Mhm.
All right, Croft is open over the middle right now. Throw it to him. You know, he could probably get some yak for you. I love it. They run that little loop all the way inside, and Feliciano's like, "I'm gonna spy 55, and then I got you." It's so great. It's so phenomenal. I love the way that this line is starting to gel a little bit.
Jack Patrick says, "Looking forward." So go back. Let's watch Cody Ford on this because I think we need to kind of start talking about because Ty Nsekhe has been on the injury report
That is
all week,
scary.
right? So it's looking
Right.
it's less and less likely that he's going to play.
He's talking about that.
So
He's talking about
yeah,
that, Paul. He extends his arms. You do
yeah.
not want to reach Von Miller. Is that what you meant?
Nope. Oh, nope. You see that right there, right there. That is bad frame on Cody Ford. That is not what you want to see.
That's what you're worried about. Here's my question, Paul.
Yep.
Because he seemed to get around him. Jack Patrick. Yep. Uh, we just become best friends. Yep. The thing that I want to talk about with that is that if they're getting these 3-step drops, does it really matter?
That's true.
I mean, it's a huge thing. Like if they want to go with deeper routes. Now, here's the thing that they could do. Here's the thing that Denver could do. And Vic Fangio, who I have a lot of respect for, I think he's a great coach. But we have to remember, if Leslie Frazier's running the defense in Buffalo, Fangio, even though he oversees it, he's not running the defense in Denver. That's the thing. That's point number one. Point number two is this: if he knows that Miller can get there and abuse Ford, which is he's got to try to force the Buffalo Bills to run deeper routes. So Allen has to hold on to the ball longer. So what they're going to do is they're going to put 5 across and try to shut down all those little intermediate routes. So Allen has to read differently this game better than he's ever read. Now, am I saying that the Broncos defense is amazing? No, I'm not saying they're amazing, but they're going to make life really tough on Allen, and he needs to expect that. So if Daboll's cure for that is to run longer routes, more developing routes for his team, he's got to chip. He's got to put a back over there. He's got to do something to help Ford out because Ford, if he has a play just like he did against that, as Jack Patrick brought up, it's not going to be good. It's going to be no bueno, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gallery says it's still Fangio's defense. I agree it's Fangio's defense, but he's got to oversee the whole team as well now. So that's just me. Ty is out
Well,
for the Broncos.
and honestly,
Yep.
what's going to happen is if you look at Cody Ford on that play that we were just watching, right? And you're going back and forth, back and forth.
I can go back to it. I can go back to it right here.
Yeah. Could you watch Ford, right? Because the angle that he takes isn't bad, right? The angle's fine. It's just when he decides that he's going to engage, he is like he's like 2 feet too far away when he decides to engage, right? Right there. Von Miller is not going to miss the opportunity to just cut right back inside that big lane that's made there, right?
See, now look at him.
Look at that
That's
big
the problem.
old lane. If he were just, right there.
He is perpendicular to the line of scrimmage.
Right.
That
That's not that close to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Like if a guy's really trailing, you could see how you could get the angle out and you end up perpendicular if a guy's really take a wide angle, right?
Yeah.
At some point it happens. But where'd the snap come from? The snap came right from the 5, right? Okay, so let's see how deep is he really when he's perpendicular?
He's about 5 yards
right
deep.
There.
He's about
5 yards deep.
Yeah,
okay,
that's not bad.
That's not hateful.
Gore will have to be in pass pro all day. Big Spence.
They've made that. Big Spence says that, man, but that's been Singletary's job. Gore's not been out there for pass pro stuff. That's been they've really let Singletary live out on that island.
Singletary has been his uptake in snaps has been increasing because of the fact that he's able to pick up pass pro as well, and they're able to diagnose that. It's it's I like him up there way more confident. Chad Graziano. So the next third down play that we have. Where am I at?
Paul, for those of you who are concerned about what Paul is drinking, I have Canada Dry cranberry ginger ale. It's actually really good. They make a blackberry ginger ale too. That's pretty on point. Just saying.
I'm instituting the awkward silence for that. That is what I have to do. Mario's film shows Singletary struggle in pass pro. Big Spence. I think that was a couple games ago that I did that. Yeah. He had some. It was the. Oh, I'm sorry, Big Spence. The one with Michael with the Browns. So we talked about the Browns, where he had that one play where he just had to turn around. That's different than pass pro. That is, if you're designed in the route and they want to get 5 out in the route, he needs to just turn around and read that. So reading blitzes and schemes and stuff like that is different than just straight up pass pro. If you know that you're built into the blocking scheme, Singletary is very good at picking that stuff up. If he's in the route, he needs to know when he is a hot route receiver, and he didn't do that in that specific play. So running backs, not really knowing they're the hot read a lot of times, so it's kind of tough. Mm-hmm. Ronald Lennox says that Paul on that pumpkin spice ginger ale, phenomenal, just phenomenal.
That's so.
All right.
Basic.
So we got a 3rd and 6. What do you notice about the formation, Paul?
Hey, look at that bunch set. It's the exact same.
This is
so unoriginal.
3rd and 6 at the 15, 4:39 left.
It's the same formation over and over.
Well, this is the play that everyone got really upset about, if I'm not mistaken, because I think this was the fade pass. Yep, this was the pass. And which I don't understand. I think this is he sees one-on-one over here. It's pre-snap is like, okay, he's one-on-one there. Let's try to take a shot. It doesn't even go through his progressions. They're going to bring pressure. They are bringing pressure, okay? He needs to realize that this is blocked up nicely. Look at that pocket.
Well, look at how open Croft is.
Croft, Beasley, now
he's gone. He's gone.
Okay, Croft goes right off the line. Boom. Throw it to him right now.
Right there. He's wide open.
Although he is 5 yards behind the line, I understand that. Okay, it seems like a Duke type play. Yeah, a lot of people were echoing that statement and like, listen, why are you throwing a fade pass to John Brown?
Yeah,
that should be a fade. That should be Duke Williams, and I understand that. And they're like, where's Duke Williams? Well, Duke Williams has only played 4 games this year, and he's still like 50 snaps behind Zay Jones. Mm-hmm. So just to tell you how this season started for how it's right now, just to give you a heads up on that. But Paul, at the tail end of this play, I want you to watch McKenzie right here, because let's just see what they're in. Okay, so they're in a 1 high safety, so he knows he's got man on this side. McKenzie's the lead guy. He's usually running the clearing routes, and the defense knows this as well. He runs a little flag route. Watch what happens near the end of this play after he runs. He goes right up the middle to run his clearing, and then he breaks toward the corner. You're telling me that if Allen puts that ball on the S, he can't catch it?
Well, I mean,
he's got to beat, man.
No, he's up against who is that? That's not Mink. Oh no, Mink.
No, he's gone. Mink is gone.
Mink is gone, right? That's not.
So he turns the corner, and he's got him beat now. Throw it.
Yeah, he does. But again, here's where I get a little caught up, right? Because we have a relatively across the board undersized wide receiver group, right? So a pass like that to McKenzie, you have to have so much space and so much hasn't been there for the Bills so far this season, right? So Allen has been throwing bullets on these. The thing I like about the Miami game is this pass to John Brown. I mean, it at least had some air underneath it, right? Yeah, he overthrew it, but I mean, it wasn't a bullet. It could have been a catchable ball had it been timed, right? But I hate this formation.
Yeah, I don't like the
We've gone
bunch.
over we've gone over 3 third downs or 4 of them now. Four
Four.
third downs, and 3 of them have been the exact same formation.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
one
so
of
we've gone over
them
4, and 3 of them have been the exact same formation.
the one of them was a spread. You know, I mean, it limits. It's the funniest thing though is
Right.
about it is that you should be able to run the way that the EP system works is the fact that you run the same plays out of multiple formations. It seems like they're doing the opposite.
Right.
They're running multiple plays out of the same formation and be like, okay, would you consider it overthrown or too high? Hendog comes in. He said, would you consider that overthrown or too high? Well, as someone who's thrown a bunch of these, I think Allen saw the blitz and just let it. It just went high, a little high on him.
Yeah.
I can't zoom that in.
I mean,
But
yeah. When you talk about overthrown, overthrown it takes that the timing was right. Right. I don't think Brown gets a lot of separation
no, he doesn't.
on this route. So I can't really judge that was too. I can't really judge it as a timing thing, right? He never wins this route the whole way through. He's not winning this route at all. So I have to say it's just a high pass.
I throw back shoulder. If I'm throwing to Brown all day, I'm throwing back shoulder. If I'm throwing to Duke, I'm throwing it high. That's just me. I don't know. It's
Big Spence, it's too high to be a home run. What do you mean it's too high? It was too far. It was gone.
It's too high. All right, let's skip over to another third down play.
Daniel Gary's asked, why throw the fade to McKenzie? Matchup, CB's bigger than he is.
Well, if he puts it on the ass in front of him.
Yeah, but you can say that about almost every Bills wide receiver on the roster right now. You know, the one that can win a size matchup has been inactive for the last 3 games.
No, the one that can win a size matchup is a 6'6" Croft or a 6'5" Dawson Knox.
Who was open on the play.
Yeah, and he was open. Okay, so a little bit different. The bunch is spread out. This is 3rd and 3, 8:31 left. Obviously in the second quarter.
No, stop. It's not 3rd and 3. It's
3rd and 13. I'm
13.
sorry. Yep. I apologize, Paul. I apologize. So he's calling plays. These guys are switching coverage.
That Croft false start got him to 1st and 13.
That was. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so this was the one where did he put this? Oh, he throws it to Brown, who's double covered.
Yeah, I don't love this one. Right.
So once again, we see McKenzie. I mean,
Singletary's on an island.
Yeah.
Watch the wheel.
By himself.
Yeah, watch the wheel that Singletary runs here.
Yeah, you got a single high here. You got 2 wide receivers here. Okay, they're running off. They're running in. Okay, they're both running in routes. You got Singletary now.
Yep, wide open.
Why not? He just
locked. Now, mind you, does he get very far? No.
If he throws it to him now, are you kidding me? There's a 10-yard cushion. You don't think this motor can get in the end zone?
I'm just saying that if you look at the guy covering Brown right now, there's 2 guys. The one cornerback is staring down Allen, right? If Brown doesn't cut this route in, that's dangerous right there, because you don't want to be throwing a pass where you have a corner who's looking at you in the eyes, right? No. That's dangerous right there. Before the route breaks, that's a dangerous pass. And Singletary, I'll take Singletary one-on-one all day long, right? All day, because Brown's got the angle on the corner that was in coverage. You have the corner that's staring back at Allen. And Singletary could have made something happen there, but Allen is just determined on 3rd down to throw it to John Brown. He's just absolutely determined that if it's on 3rd down, he's going to throw it to John Brown.
And then Berg comes in and says Beasley's open as well. This is the thing that concerns me, Paul. This is the thing that concerns me. He catches it, immediately looks at this safety, because that's what he's looking at first. Okay? Yep. He looks to his left, and he comes back to his right. And he's like, okay, I see Knox is clearing out. This guy's back is to me. Probably didn't see this guy. I don't know. But then it just tries to rifle one in there. It was like a Favre throw, because he throws it and backs up. So that's what you have. That was that. And I just want to take a look at the tight.
Yeah.
Wait, who said it? I think it was Berg. Berg said Beasley was wide open too. I just want to check Beasley's route. He's at the top here. He runs just a little in. The clearing route goes, and he goes, boom.
It's open. Zing. Yeah, it's right there.
So he faked like he was going to run the wheel, and then boom now. So scan the field, man. Catch it right here. He goes right in. I just want to look at the tight to see how the blocking was. Okay, so you got Knox. Now, Naseki, we're not going to have that. And you got the usual
No.
suspects on the left. So he calls it. Feliciano's like, hey, what's up? How you doing? So they bring guys. Naseki's just going wide. He's just retreating. You see that he's got his head on a swivel? Is anybody else coming? No. So this is blocked up nicely. I don't know why he felt like he thought he had to get this off immediately.
So go back to right before he cocks his arm back. Yeah, look at the space on Knox. Look at that window. Look at the space there.
I'm worried about this. Right where my head is, you
Wide
guys
open.
can't see it.
Now the question is the passing lane guarded? Right? Does he not like the passing lane? Because it's a little messy right there.
So what I'm just saying this. That's where he's looking. Now you throw it.
Right.
And then by the time he turns around, he's catching it right here. And you got to throw it low though. So this guy doesn't kill him. Guy on the left-hand side.
But look at the stripe on his helmet, right? Does he see? He's looking at Knox on the break. So roll it back just a little bit. He's looking at Knox on the break.
He's looking right up here. He sees that Knox has this guy.
Yeah, looking at Knox on the break.
He just needs to put this at the 2-yard line right about here. That's where he needs to throw that.
Right.
I mean, that's what I'm. And then he just made it a quick decision to go right to double coverage. So does it concern you that he's doing that? Or is it, okay, we're celebrating this win, but there are still some things here that are a little questionable. There's a little
Yeah. Well, I mean, you go back and you look and you say, well, why are the Bills, what were they, 5 of 14 on third down? I mean,
okay. So you got a 3rd and 11 at their own 17.
It's believable, right? Chad Graziano says he doesn't trust the line.
At times he doesn't. No, I would agree with that, Chad, 110%.
Yeah, I don't think the last play is indicative of that, right? Because he had time, right? I don't think he really felt like he had to push the ball out. He missed the Knox read. I think the safety hanging over top of him scared him a little bit.
Yeah, I'm all about that.
Because there's a safety just sitting there planted. So I think that concerned him a little bit. But that's what this coaching staff is. That's what they've tried to pull out of him, though, is making a risky throw. And that last third down where Knox had turned and was open, he probably sees the safety sitting on that saying, this is too risky, guys, too close. I was either get Knox killed or it's going to get picked.
Daniel Garvey says Josh still has plenty of room to grow. Apex, I don't think he trusts all this. I'm seeing a lot of he doesn't trust receivers. He doesn't trust Knox. Could it be that he doesn't trust the guy up in the box?
I don't know. Here's my counterpoint to that, right? So if you take a look at the Buffalo Bills yards after catch stats.
Yes, sir.
Right? I'm not talking about a team. I'm talking individual. So who is the number one Bills player with the most yards after catch?
Knox.
Who do you think the number one Bill player is? You think it's Knox? Okay. Yeah. Knox has 20 receptions on the year. You sure you want to stick with that number?
Yes.
You sure you want to stick with Knox?
Yes.
20 receptions, 121 yards after catch, right? Which is a big number for a tight end. Like that's a really big number on 20 receptions.
Yep.
The leader is actually Cole Beasley on 43 receptions. He's got 198 yards after the catch. Number 2 is John Brown, 56 receptions, 160 yards after the catch. Do you want to know where Beasley ranks in the NFL?
We're talking about per reception, though, right?
No. Yards after catch for this season.
The total, right?
Yeah.
You're telling me Beasley has how many catches for how many yards?
He's got 43 receptions, 198 yards after the catch.
That's more than Knox?
Yeah, Knox only has 100.
I'm saying per catch, buddy. I'm talking about per catch. I'm not talking about overall.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Listen. Fox Sports isn't that nice.
We're going to fight. We're going to just throw hands right now.
Okay.
Daniel even said we need averages.
I'm talking overall yards after catch. I know. So where do you think Beasley ranks in yards after the catch against all NFL players?
50th.
What'd you say? 50th?
I said 50th.
55th.
Shut up.
Yeah, your top ranking wide receiver in yards after the catch is ranked 55th in the league in yards after catch.
Ooh, that's not good.
But that's what you see. You see catch down. It's like watching Sammy Watkins play football. Catch.
Oh my God, stop it.
Tuck and roll, Grandma. Tuck and roll. But that's what you're seeing a lot of. You're not seeing Bills players breaking off yards after the catch because it's a timing thing. Allen's just late on a lot of these reads. He's throwing it to a guy that's pretty tightly covered, and granted he's getting reception, but I think just look at this one. I think this 3rd and 11 is a great example.
This is a great example. We need to get Yak. Maybe Mario can give Paul a quick lesson. Quick. No, I'm not teaching any math right now. That's for. I'm off the clock. Once Friday at 3:00 hits, I'm off the clock. So 3rd and 11 at their own 17, not ideal, but we're starting to see them spread it out. You got one back look. I love what Singletary does in this play.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets the shotgun. He's looking to his left the whole time. All right. So they have initially pre-snap too high. They're playing all the way all across. So it could be a zone blitz. It could be man. You're starting to see a man under too deep. It could be a lot of those things, but it's starting to give Allen a sense of what it may be, rather than have everyone next to him with 9 guys on the line, and it doesn't help. So it's Thursday. No, it's not Thursday. All right. So he runs the shotgun. And then he floats. He goes over to Brown on the left-hand side. Brown actually had to knock that down.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. We got. All right, let's take a look at this. This is Knox right here.
Well, first off, I want to call out if we go back and look at any of the previous 3rd downs, we're looking at the exact same personnel groupings. The only difference here is that they're spread out on this one. So instead of them being in a tight bunch formation, this is the exact same personnel groupings that we've seen on every 3rd down.
Look at Knox.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Knox. If his eyes are, they're looking left, no, but like a frame before that, he was looking to the middle. If he thinks it's a too high and this guy creeps down playing robber, he's trying to jump this route.
Knocks over him.
Knox opens right up. Look, he's open. Throw it.
Yeah. So explain robber. So when you say robber, right?
Okay, so robber is this.
I want to make sure we've all seen it on Madden. But you explain what robber is. Yeah, to go to the tight shot to explain it. I think the tight would.
All right, so this guy. Let me just do. They're in a too high look, so it looks like they're playing man under. Everyone's man under, and they got a too high safeties. Look,
man under too deep. Is that the EP system? Man under too deep.
Stop it right now. So what you want to do? What this guy's doing? They're bluffing cover 2, but they're kind of staggered right now. But what he tries to do, he tries to come underneath to try to rob any kind of in route that may be here. That's one of the things you want to do. He's going to try to help support and try to rob anything. So if Knox were to cut this over the middle, he's there. If Brown wants to run this as a dig, he's right there. That's what the sense of the robber is. That's why he's kind of playing center field right now. But after Knox goes by him, and Brown doesn't run a cut, he's in no man's land. As Mike would say, he's covering grass. He's not doing anything right now. That's all he's covering. So the tight shot, I don't know if we're going to get a good shot at this, but I want you to pay attention to the blocking on this play, because let's try to figure out how many Miami sent. Okay, so Miami sends 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, don't feel any trepidation about Spain right here, because Singletary is the man for this play. Okay, so he comes in, steps right in the hole. He knows that's his guy. He knows that's the running back's guy because he's the extra one they didn't account for. See, when you set line protections up here at the front, you're accounting for all the guys that may come. Any ancillary guys picked up my number 6 right here. Now I'm calling him number 6. He's the 6th blocker. And if you have a running back in the backfield, you always have 6 guys blocking, unless he's designing the route as we talked about with the Browns. But here's the deal. He passes him off. Singletary jumps right in the hole to get him. Look at that. That is a thing of beauty right there. So they try to do this with this linebacker coming around. Feliciano calls him out. So by Spain allowing him to pass and Singletary picking him up with the communication, he came around. Spain was able to get him. And it's blocked up. Like, doesn't that just look beautiful to you guys? I don't know why. I enjoy really good line play. And the other thing is this: Allen, who's dropping back.
Yeah, do you see him step up?
Yeah, he's got Dawkins right here. He's got Ford right here. He's like, he feels the pressure.
Stop. Go back to Ford. Go back to Ford.
I know.
Oh my God. Waist bender.
Stop it. So,
He's,
all right.
dude, tell me he's not a waist bender right there.
He
Look at that.
is. He
He's a
is.
waist bender right now.
The guy's playing with one arm.
Minus. I had to give that to Apex. Apex was like minus in the chat. I had to give it to him.
When you bring your when you, when you drop minus, you drop it so close. It's so funny. But there's a lot of really good things about this play within the game within a game. That's what I always like to talk about. It's just something that it's an incomplete pass on a 3rd and 11. Everyone's like, oh shucks. But when you go back and you watch some of the things that happen on this play, the communication with Spain, the communication with Feliciano, Dawkins doing well, Singletary picking it up, Allen being able to shuffle his feet in the pocket and feel the pressure. I think last year, if he would have hit this step, he would run right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's
so
gone.
that's what I was going to bring up next year. That's last year, Allen runs. Last year, Allen goes, nope, and he's gone, right?
Exactly.
That's Josh Allen last year. Josh Allen this year is not the same guy.
Well, that's what I think. That's where we talk about growth. I don't know if it's at this point, Paul. I can't give a definitive answer whether that's good or bad, whether that's being coached out of him or he's just trying to remain upright. But here's the thing on this play. He dropped back, he stepped up in the pocket, he threw it. It was an incomplete pass. All right, he had a little a lot of commotion up in here.
This is
no, but he didn't slam his head.
This bothers me a little bit, right?
He didn't slam his knuckle on the guy's helmet.
No. But I'm just talking about that base again, right? So he steps up. But watch the base shuffle in, right? See what I mean? Look at how wide that is too wide. That is too wide.
Okay, so you give him a minus for that. However, he didn't run. He didn't take an unnecessary hit. He didn't jam his thumb on the helmet of the guy in front of him. It was an incomplete pass, and they're still up 16 at this point. All right.
Daniel Garis brings up somebody. He goes, the line would have collapsed on that play by now last year. Yeah, absolutely. Line last year, he would have had to run.
That is a great point. But you start not to bring up Sam Darnold, but you start to see ghosts. If he drops back and there's that hole right there, he saw it. He peeked it.
Oh yeah, he saw it.
He peeked it right here. Do I run? No. I'm standing here. He's open on the out. Let me try it. But I mean, that's just some of those things that you see. I thought that there were so many positive things about that play that I liked that you can grow and build on. You know.
Well, let's talk about this one because I think this 3rd and 9 play, 1:30 left to go, 3rd and 9 ball on the 23.
A lot of people remember this one.
Buffalo is, I think, 11 or up 9 at this point.
Wait a minute, Paul. Wait a minute.
What?
The Buffalo Bills, it is 16-7. They're up 9, 1:30 left in the second quarter. Oh, wait. 3rd and 9 at the Miami 23?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I got one of these.
Oh, yeah. Hey, look at that.
3rd and 10 at the Miami 21. Does this look familiar, anybody?
All right. Different formation, though.
Yeah, different formation, and it's frozen. So let me refresh that and go back to the other one while I'm doing that. I'm going to go back to us real quick. So let's go to the chat while I refresh this and set it up. So I just want to
Daniel Lamprecht Carson. Do I run? No. I force a pass into tight coverage.
Boo that man. So yeah, hashtag nation. Once again, thank you for joining us tonight. We're not done by any means, but I just wanted to say, I always like to say thank you to you guys because you guys are awesome spending your Friday nights with us in the film room. I got a minus too. Sweet. But we look at this play. So this is the 3rd and 9. This is the touchdown to Knox over the middle. All right, 3rd and 9. Everyone's up at the line, ready to bring pressure. It's a different formation, but there still are 2 guys over here and 1 up to the top. 2 guys down here. Now he motions to go to the top.
Right.
So
he goes
as this play runs through.
Right.
He motions. So now you have the same formation, except this one's just spread a little wider to try to diagnose. And what you have with this play in the previous game against Miami, they ran an all-out blitz. Everyone's jammed. Nothing's in the middle. Nothing replaces what was blitzed in the middle. So then you take a look at this one. as they try to bring pressure up the middle, Knox replaces that pressure.
Right.
That's what you have to do. That was so brilliant to me, is that, okay, this exact same scenario happened to us in a game previous. What do we have to do? We have to replace the zone these guys are blitzing from.
Mm-hmm.
And who's the one guy on the team that could get off of that? Maybe not Beasley, maybe not McKenzie. Duke couldn't do it in the game because he played that first game against the Dolphins. Remember, who gets off of it? Knox. Boom.
I love the little shove that Knox gives, right? So explain why he does that, right? Why does he bump into that pressure
I think he was trying to go.
right there?
I think he was trying to go in the. Well, let's go to the tight shot. Maybe I can see a little bit better. I think he was trying to. That's where his line of his route was. Like, listen, they're bringing everybody up here. We know when they bring everybody up here, they bring the house. Get over to the middle quickly. Okay. So, Allen's calling it. There's a snap. You see how he kind of like he was going that way, and he's like, oh, you're in my way. Excuse me. I think his direct line wanted to go out near the hash this way. So
Yeah.
as he started to take off that way, this guy was coming. He said, "Excuse me."
He just chips him a little. He chips him a little.
He looked like the guy standing out in front of Best Buy on Black Friday. He's like, "Excuse me, sorry, I gotta go get a soundboard. I'll be right back." Oh, thanks, guys.
That's a no-brainer if you're the quarterback, right? Because, and I hear you talk about all the time, you always throw into the blitz, right? Because if there's a guy coming, then the opportunity for somebody to be on the backside in coverage is often not there. Football's a numbers.
Let me freeze it right here, though, Paul.
So if you have guys that are coming at you, what was that?
No, I was just saying. Go ahead. I'll
go. No. I'm just trying to reaffirm what you had said.
Oh,
you know, what we had seen the previous game was nobody could get to the middle of the field on a similar look. Now, mind you, the defense was really moving around pre-snap the last time the Bills played Miami on the film that you showed just a moment ago. There wasn't a ton of pre-snap motion like that, but that's something you go back to the film room on and you say, listen, this is how they're going to attack us here. This is how you're going to get around that.
So this guy's late.
You know, the safety's 15 years. Yeah, the blitzer's late.
Yeah, this guy, but they're already set in 6 anyway. So what you see communication over the line. Okay. Now this is a perfect scenario. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's who they're gonna take. This is a man protection, straight up man protection. When you talk about man protection, what you do is you call out how many guys are near the guard and the center to call man protections. They got 3 guys in here. Okay, listen, Feliciano's got him, barring any twists or stunts. Okay, Feliciano's here, Morris is here, Spain's here. Dawkins is going to kick out to try to take this edge rusher because Knox is going out. You got this edge rusher is all him. Singletary is going to scan the middle. Mm-hmm. So if you're doing that, as soon as this goes by, okay, you got your man? All right. This guy's coming right up the middle. Singletary's going to meet him there. See, Singletary doesn't wait. He gets up and he goes, hits the hole. This guy's late. This is the only guy that Allen has to beat. And he does. Boom. See ya. Thanks for coming. Once again, hey, he scores. He scores again. No, I'm just kidding. But that's the thing when you talk about it. Is that, okay, do we have it all blocked up? It's blocked up. Allen probably saw that. He's like, listen, I know if they bring pressure over this middle. Now, here's the other thing you have to realize. What are the other routes in here in this combination? Mm-hmm. Okay, you got a dig route at the top. You got to, up here, you got a dig, or, a quick in route. Beasley's running a quick, and then, once again, you have McKenzie running off. McKenzie's running off on the bottom. So, you had Beasley if you held the ball a little longer. You had Brown at the top if you held the ball a little longer. Okay.
But that's what happens when you bring as many guys. You're straight man to man.
But here's the craziest part about this play. So you see Brown up here running the dig, and you got Knox right here running also. If this guy does not blitz, the delayed blitzer who comes in late, this 21, if he's locked up here on Knox, then Allen, who's looking there as his primary anyway, this is what I'm hoping. He knows, number one, it's blocked up for him.
Mm.
Okay, if he guards him, now he waits. Okay, but if that guy would have ran with Knox, he knows that he has Brown on the in cut as well, just to throw it right here.
Right.
So
Yep.
it's a very safe play. Daniel wants you to explain Allen's base.
Oh yeah. That's no problem. And actually, there was something else that somebody else had just mentioned. First off, thanks to Rick Ross, who was telling everybody to like the video. Same with Ronald Enox. You guys doing our dirty work for us in the chat. Many thanks. If you haven't hit that like button, please make sure you do so. It just makes sure that this video goes out to other Bills fans the next time we do a broadcast. We want to be suggested to other Bills fans out there so they can come and hang with us too. So when you hit the like button, it's kind of the opportunity
Is that
to
the
do that.
Rick Ross?
Hendog had made what? Yeah,
Is that
never
the
mind.
Rick Ross?
It's I don't
Uh,
I don't know. So Hendog had made, and I want to get to Hendog's thing first
absolutely.
because it's kind of correlated, right? So Hendog had made a reference to the passing lanes. He goes, "Do you think all the people in his vision is why a pass was offline?" Going back to one of the previous third down sets. So what ends up happening, right? When your base gets really wide inside a pocket, and this is something we saw from Allen in Wyoming often. It was actually one of the biggest reasons that I was so nervous about him as an NFL prospect was because when your base gets really wide, what it does is it takes your lower body out of play for you,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it means that everything is all predicated on shoulder turn. And Allen's got an incredible arm, so the fact that he was losing power from his lower body is not that big a deal, right? Because he's got naturally just such a super strong arm. But what it does do is it limits your ability to make last second adjustments before the throw, right? Because your base is already set. You're stuck. You're just stuck in the mud now. And one, you're easier to trip up. And two, as your base gets wider, you get shorter, right? So we talk about passing lanes being blocked up, and that was Hendog's question was, well, passing lanes are blocked up. Do you think that's an issue? Do you think that's maybe why some passes are going offline? It very well could be when your base is really wide, right? Because these offensive linemen are gigantic people, but Allen's not a small guy. So instead of using his height to his advantage and staying tall like you see, and I'm going to mention Aaron Rodgers does it, Brady does it. Breeze is the tallest short man I've ever seen in a pocket, right? And you have to, if you keep a narrower base, you're remaining taller in the pocket. And what that does is when you're going to release a football, you're releasing at an angle that's higher than the heads of the defensive players in front of you. But as that base gets wider and wider, you get shorter and shorter. And actually, what ends up happening is you end up not being able to come over the top as much. You end up trying to zip the ball by your ear, and these are the things that happen, man. So it's a big no because it makes you easier to tackle inside the pocket because you're stuck. You're stuck in cement as soon as your base gets real wide. Passes start going a little errant because you fall out of your arm. You fall out of your arm path, and you get shorter. So those passing lanes, they have to be open because now you're having to try and throw over players from a lower arm angle, and it's a recipe for disaster. So it's something we saw from him in Wyoming over and over and over again. And I was hoping to see it get better, but there are times when he's buying time in the pocket, and as you'll see, as he moves forward, his base gets wider and wider and wider as he moves forward into the pocket. It's really frustrating.
So we got some talk coming up in the chat. Apex, um, Harris will be locked on Brown. I mean, you got Harris and Roby. I mean, those are two formidable corners. Wait, no, Roby's in Houston. My bad. But you got Harris, who's going to be locked on Brown. You can bet he's going to be locked on Brown the whole day. So therefore, he says, listen, Knox and Beasley are going to eat. Hopefully they do. I mean, that out being said, we got another third down, 3rd and 7. This is 59 seconds left. Incomplete pass to McKenzie that I was running through a little bit. This was just after the fumble that they recovered. Yeah,
Hey,
that Miami recovered.
hey, look at this, a different formation.
All right, so there. But this was what the 2 minute they ran. Sorry, this is the 2 minute that they ran in Cleveland before they got down to the 41, where they just everything else fell apart. So they ran
Right?
4 wide and everything. So just as far as the routes go, you got an in route, an in route. This is the robber that ends up going to Singletary. And then you got a clearing route over here, and you have McKenzie just running a quick out, who really isn't open. I mean, he throws this a little low, but you look at Beasley over the middle right here. They got this becomes a single high look. They start off in two. Everyone's at the line once again, as we talked about before. But then this guy, the robber, he's not really playing a straight robber because he sees Singletary, or else he would just sit there. If he sat right there, he's looking for Beasley. But because Singletary leaks out, he has to vacate that zone, and Beasley ends up sneaking in right behind it. Boom, right there. I know he's throwing it now, but if he throws this ball over the middle of the field, look at that.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone.
That's why I say Beasley's always open, man. Beasley's always open.
It's when it's third down, when we signed Beasley, I immediately thought our third down percentage is going to instantaneously increase. But he just doesn't targets on third downs. It is that is John Brown's territory.
Well, I think there's two things for that, Paul. 3rd and 4, they know you're going to Beasley, so they're covering him, and they're taking him away. 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, as I like to call behind schedule. Okay, we'll let him catch it there. Catch it for 4 yards. I don't care. Go ahead. I'll keep it in front of me. Let's go to another 3rd down. Took me a while to get there.
3rd and 6.
All right, so this is in the 3rd quarter. Hey, we might be able to get through a game here, Paul. You're up 9.
Quarter. Oh.
The worst part about that play is it was to McKenzie, Paul Berg. Come on, man. Come on, Paul. So this play was, they're knocking on the door at the 18, 3rd and 6. They jumped out of one of their formations. They were going to make sure they're going to cover the middle this time. You got a bunch set over here with Knox. You got Brown over here.
Exact same formation again.
Okay.
Now, Mark, just do me a favor real quick. Can you just walk through real quick why Singletary set where he is, right? Or Gore? Like what makes the determination as to which side the running back is going to line up for? Because oftentimes in a set like this, it's not a route, right? It's a pass pro responsibility. So what is the key for running back to say, okay, I'm going to set this side or I'm going to set this side?
Well, here's the deal. Here's what they do in the NFL. And this is when you hear Allen make those calls at the line. He's either calling 60 or 50. I'm not sure if that's 100%, but here's the way that we used to run it is if you called a 60 or a 50, all right, that told the offensive line where the front side is and where the back is going to be. So let's say Allen called a 60 protection on this one, all right? He calls a 60 protection where the tight end and these two wide receivers that's called front side. So the offensive line knows that the running back is going to be going to the left. Okay? So 60, front side, strong side, back is going to go to the left. That's why he shifts him over every once in a while where he's going to be. So you got Gore over here. So the line could shift to the right when they start doing these protections. See where they turn when they pick up? They immediately turn to the right a little bit because they want to push. They're going to get everything on this side, and Gore's going to pick up backside. If they called a 50 protection on this, I'm just saying, if they called it, if this was one of those plays where they had a 50 protection, Gore would line up on this side, and the whole line would shift to the left because Gore would be covering this side.
Right.
Okay. So that's when we talk about 50 and 60 protections. That's one of the things that when Allen called it the other day, he called it in a game, I think a week ago or 2 weeks ago, he called like 60 something, which meant he was setting the protection. So the defense will pick up on this and they'll say, okay, this is front side. This is where we want to go. If we blitz this side, he's got to come across the formation. That's one. Two, the offensive line thinks he's blocking on the left. So there's just one of those little caveats in the game that you could find. This is once again, you got McKenzie. Oh, man, he's wide open.
Mm-hmm.
That little flag route. Because he's been running off. He's like, he lulls people to sleep. Now, I know many people might not like McKenzie.
Yeah, McKenzie's open. Beasley's open.
Knox is open.
Yeah. Everything's open here.
And Brown catches it for a first down.
Brown catches it, right? No yards after.
Yeah, but That's not what you wanted. That's not what the EP does, man. That's crazy because
I know.
he set up, boom, throws it so fast. His release was so fast on that, Paul.
Big
It was
time.
crazy.
But go to the. Can you go to the wide shot for me?
I will in a second. Let me refresh it because I love when it messes up on me. That's what happens. But man, I love our chat. I swear to God. I just wanted to say that one more time. You guys are the best. And it's not the NyQuil talking, I promise.
Well, there's a lot of talk right now in the chat saying, who's a better player, McKenzie or Yeldon? So let's just back that up real quick. So I like TJ Yeldon a lot, right? I really do. For the type of player that he could be in this offense, it could be a dangerous weapon for you, right? In the right situations. But the reason you're seeing a lot of burn with McKenzie is because, one, when McKenzie's on the field, you have the opportunity to run a jet, or at least bluff the jet, right? McKenzie's is a ghost on most plays. Like, that's just the truth. McKenzie's often a ghost. He's just there. He's the flashy thing from a magician. He's what you're looking at while the real trick is happening, right? So that's
a great point.
More burn than Yeldon is because Yeldon could do everything McKenzie's doing, right? But the reason McKenzie's getting that playing time is because the EP system is so predicated on route adjustments based on coverage. Yeldon clearly doesn't see that as well as McKenzie. Because do I really believe that they would put Yeldon in that situation if he was better at it than McKenzie? I have to believe so. This team's got no allegiance to McKenzie.
Well, here's the thing, Paul.
They've got no allegiance to him.
The one thing that they were doing for a lot of games is they were using Knox as a guy that ran clearing routes, and he wasn't getting up the field fast enough. Even though he is very fast, he wasn't getting up the field fast enough. What have we seen in this Miami game? Who's running all the clearing routes?
Yep.
McKenzie.
McKenzie's running.
Because he gets up the field faster. Now, you not necessarily won't put a running back in that scenario. Probably a reason Duke Williams isn't there. It's just something to think about is if we're seeing McKenzie in the game running all these routes that are clearing routes for everyone else to come underneath him, we don't see Andre Roberts doing it. So the only guy that's doing it is McKenzie. McKenzie is lightning fast. Let's call it what it is. The guy is lightning fast. He's able to clear and turn a linebacker's hips for another wide receiver to cut underneath that, which is probably why they were so successful in this game, being able to have those route concepts work.
Right. And they gave Andre Roberts fair shake at that.
They did. And he's a hell of a blocker, though.
Right. They really did.
He's not afraid of contact. So let's see on the blocking
here. Watch Allen's base. Ready? Watch. This is a good base. Ready? Back. He's going to shuffle forward just one. Up.
Look at that. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. No reason. Look at all the space he's got.
And look
at how narrow he was right before that. Yeah. Look at all this.
Perfect.
That. Now we get into trouble, right?
He looks like a pitcher.
Right before he gets set, that's as wide as his base should be. But now this is too wide. I hate seeing this.
Base is like 3 yards, guys. Does that mean that that's good or bad, Daniel?
Yeah, that's too
he
wide.
Throws to Beasley, he scores in that play. Look at Knox.
Yeah.
Look at Knox.
Yeah.
Right. Throw him
right there. Open.
Knox is open.
Yeah.
Beasley. Let me go back to Beasley.
At the same yardage marker too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beasley. Right. Yeah. It's such a nasty route. Oh my God. Such a nasty route. That cornerback didn't know what to do. Oh my God. Yikes.
But here's the thing. And we're not doing this to knock anyone. I want hashtag nation and whoever else is watching this. We're not knocking him. Here's the thing though. He throws this ball to Brown. It's a first down.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens in the stat sheet. That's how everyone looks at it. But for the love of God, Beasley abused that corner.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a tight.
Apex has a great point.
Route.
So Josh
that was a tight route.
Josh did say the game plan was to force feed Brown all day. But here's the craziest part, Paul. Put your tin hat on for a second.
Sure.
You know Harris is going to take out Brown, right? Or you think Harris is going to take out Brown. If you feature Brown the game before, does that even reinforce the fact that you can hit Knox and Beasley now the next game because you know Brown's out of it?
Hey, that's maybe. But the volume that John Brown typically sees, I'm still thinking he's going to see 9 targets. Like I still think.
Oh no, I understand that. I understand that.
Happen,
but
right, but
what you're going to try to do
how many
is put.
weeks do you have to go to watching Beasley? But Mario, how many weeks do you have to watch Beasley do what he just did to that corner on the previous play, and he's not getting the football? Like, granted, from a reception standpoint, he's not that far behind Brown. He's 13 receptions behind Brown, which really isn't that bad. It's one a game, almost.
Well, if we were to take a look at the New England Patriots, if we were taking, if we're taking a look at the New England Patriots, Beasley is Edelman. Let's not try to disguise it anymore. Okay, he runs those routes that Edelman runs, and he does that. Brian Douglas comes in and goes, "How frustrated do you think Beasley was?" Brian, they're 7-3. I think if they're 3-7, he may have been a little vocal about it. And if they lost, he may be a little vocal. But a lot of times what happens is these guys, because they're winning and they're being the whole team themselves is successful, they tend to be quiet. But the other thing is this: I don't think Bean would have those guys in here. I don't think those are the types of players that he wants in his system and for his program. Is the fact that, listen, if this guy he's in a learning phase. Let's just say what it is. I mean, Allen's in a learning phase.
You know what it reminds me of? I'm going to make a real quick analogy. It's like Allen is a new dad who had twins, a little John Brown and a little Cole Beasley. And John Brown is the kid whose mouth is not open, yet Allen's got the spoonful of food. He's just trying to shove it in there. And Beasley's mouth is like wide open, like, come on, dude. Like, I'm here, feed me. Nope. I'll just shoving that spoon right in that closed mouth.
All right. So what do we got here? No. Knox open again?
No.
No, I was kidding.
No, he didn't beat it that good. Nah, this is
a common route. I just want to say at the top. This is a common route. You're running Gore in the flat, and McKenzie's got to get off of this. He's got to get off this guy. So he's got to come underneath. So you run that flat.
This is where McKenzie's weak, right? This is trouble for you because while he is fast, he needs a little bit of traffic to get himself open. And singled up. This is not the best scenario.
I'm just wondering what the route concepts are supposed to be here. Was this supposed to be a run? Because Beasley looks like he gives up on that route at the end. Right here.
It might have been a timing thing, right? So he's like, I've ran this route for a long time. This play is probably over.
Allen, Jesus. How far has he run? 50 yards?
He ran a long way. Can you go to the wide?
No.
Come on.
All right. I'll give you it's called the tight, by the way.
Oh, is it the tight? Oh, the other one's the wide? Nah, whatever. It doesn't matter. You did what I said. You did what I meant. There we go. You did what I meant.
I hate you so much.
I want to watch Cody Ford on this play, right? Because Allen ends up leaking out to that side. So let's watch Ford real quick as it plays through.
All right, it's reconnected.
Okay. Hold on.
1 second,
We're
buddy.
back.
Hold on. I just want to check to see if it is. We're back up.
Are we?
I think we're back up. Yeah, this happens once a night. It's not a big deal. It's just usually with the live streams. I don't have any patience. Everybody hear us?
All right, guys. Yeah. Okay,
Control Alt Delete. All right.
Okay.
All right, we're back. Okay, so you're talking about Cody Ford.
All right, cool. So the only reason that Allen's able to break out there is because Ford ends up falling with the defender that, oh my God.
Did he throw him?
He does throw him. Oh, look at that. He just takes him and just throws him to the ground. Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one. Right? That's a tough one. That's kind of what I'm a little concerned about going into this Denver game.
Allen's so freaking athletic, man. He's so freaking athletic. It's scary. All right.
That's King's Hex says that guy get the upload speed boosted. It's actually the program that we use every once in a while. It'll just kind of reload. Normally it's not until we get past an hour Whenever we get past an
Yeah,
hour
every time we get
program,
pissed
just
an hour,
reload
it sucks. It's
Yeah.
we got to get that up. I do have to get that. Believe me, if I had the funds to finance hashtag sports the right way, believe me, I would do it, guys. I would definitely do it. But look at this. This route looks like Black Friday. Look at this. Look at this. What is this? Paul, tell me what this is.
What?
It looks.
God's name. What?
Everybody looks like they're running into Target. Look at that.
Yeah. I don't. This doesn't look well drawn up to me. Maybe I'm missing something. This one doesn't look well drawn up to me.
Knox in the middle. I think that was. I think this is whatchamacallit. Croft. Yeah, that's Croft.
Yeah. All by
Mario
himself.
can't even afford NyQuil. You're right, Daniel. All right, you are. That stuff's like $12 a bottle. What do you expect? You're lucky I can afford pants. All right, so let's try to take a look at the line here. I'm very curious about this. So the secondary was in a. So now look, secondary switched up. It's third quarter.
Yeah,
They're going single high. They got the doubles on both sides. Gore is going to be running to the flat here. So you want guys to run inside routes here, but they're jamming them so much that it's too hard for that to happen.
Question: why do you have Roberts as the guy up on the line?
The reason why you have Roberts at the line and you got Croft behind him. Okay. If these two guys are running clearing routes and Gore is your primary, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
You expect this guy to get off a jam. All right. Croft just runs into the guy.
Yeah.
The ball was low anyway. If he gets it to him, like if he knows he's going right to him, throw it now. All right, which he is, but he throws it low. So
he had plenty of time. Like he had plenty of time to get that play off.
Now you got Brown and Beasley over here.
Just bad ball.
Yeah, just a bad ball. That was a 3rd and 3. You're in your own zone. Those are some like wasted downs though. We can't have those wasted downs. Those things scare me.
Sure, that's right. Well, the reason that I asked in Apex is why is Roberts on the field? Andre Roberts is not the guy that in a clear jam situation, I would not be saying, yeah, put Roberts on the line. He'll be fine. No, no, Croft, get up on the line. You let Roberts, Roberts sit in that back seat, and you let Croft, create just a tiny bit of space for you. But Roberts in a clear jam situation is not the receiver I would want on the line.
Yeah. Ronald X says $12 a bottle plus show your ID. LOL. So this is
That's true.
I think it's the 4th quarter now. Second and third. Wait, I need third and 1. Sorry. I wanted to throw that. I wanted to see that pass to Beasley though. This is 2nd and 13. We're breaking from the 3rd down for a second.
Up, laundry time.
Oh, it was
laundry time. Yeah.
They didn't call anything.
No. Oh, that's just a piece of garbage.
So,
Sorry,
wait, I think I stumbled onto this by accident, but here's the thing. Allen, they're spread out, 2nd and 13, shotgun. He goes. Which another thing is, you see Singletary over here. Everybody turns this way, in the protections.
Mm-hmm.
So you got Croft, who's at the bottom here. McKenzie again.
Yep.
So he's running an in route. He's running the clearing. So look at the tight end, trying to get the clearing route out. Is that so? Beasley on the other side sticks his foot in the dirt. He's wide open now.
Yep.
And he gets it. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, it was well timed. He wasn't far out of the turn on the route.
Yeah.
So that was pretty well timed.
So I'm thinking Singletary needs to hit this up wider because then Brown comes underneath.
You think a little wider?
If he goes wider, here's the thing. If he goes wider, and Allen comes back to this side, if Beasley's not open, this linebacker is forced to go out to Singletary. Watch if he goes out wider, is that the throwing lane will be right here for Brown. I mean, he can catch that over the middle too. I'm just saying. Mario seems surprised. What am I surprised about? I'm not really sure. That Beasley caught a ball? Yeah, I'm very surprised Beasley caught a ball because he's been open all day. So Allen scans to his left. He looks. He knows there's 5 coming, and they're blocked up. Ooh. The guy tried to bull rush Deion Dawkins. Not a good idea.
Yeah, you're not going to bull rush Deion Dawkins.
No.
It's not going to happen.
Of the many things we say about Deion
It's not going to
Dawkins,
happen.
one
You
of
can
the
say a lot of things about
compliments.
bad about Deion Dawkins if you want. Yeah, you can't bull rush Deion
Uh-uh.
Dawkins. It's not going
No,
to happen.
no, they wouldn't have. They wouldn't have let what's his name go if they thought he could be bull rushed. They wouldn't have let Cordy Glenn go.
Ernest Dietz says Allen lost audio in his helmet for a couple plays on Sunday and had to call him himself, which is one of the problems when you have your coordinator, quarterbacks coach in the booth. If there's no audio to the helmet, you're on an island, right? You're totally on an island because there's nobody there to help you, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's one of the problems. Unless you're going to be looking up there to see if Dable has smeared the play call from the cream of a Twinkie into the glass in front of him. That's the only way that you're getting a play call from the booth when your audio helmet is out there is if Dable's writing it in chocolate or in Twinkie.
Stop it,
on the glass in front of him.
Jesus Christ.
We have to assume he has snacks. Look at the man. He
Who hit
clearly went there for snacks.
Who hit the dislike button? Not me. Rick Ross is on the hunt for whoever hit the dislike button. I'm cool with that. I know our stuff doesn't appeal to everybody, guys. It's okay. All right, let me just minimize this for a second. I know Daniel Garris. I know Cordy Glenn was traded to Cincy, but they wouldn't have been very comfortable with that move if Deion Dawkins could be bull rushed, and you could never bull rush Cordy Glenn either. Kitchens and Dable are the same. It's funny that guys you're comparing Dable to a guy named Kitchen. All right, so here's the deal. Now they have a bunch tight, 3rd down and 6. Okay, 8:15 left. There's no dislikes on my page.
There's another single high.
Woohoo, Anthony Weber, what's going on? Single high.
Right.
Everything's bunched, though.
High.
Everything's bunched. You got 7 guys on the line. Who's coming? Who's not? I don't know what's going on. This is stupid. So to circumvent that, Dable hit the dislike button. Naveed comes in. Okay, so what they decide to do to circumvent this is they decide to get Allen out on the edge. Okay, if they're going to blitz up the middle, you're going to try to figure out, they're going to cut the field in half for this kid. Is that Brown wide open down the field? Oh, no. So, Beasley, you got the clearing route by Roberts, I believe. And you got Beasley running underneath it. He needs to throw it now. But he can't because the linebacker's underneath it. Because you decided to crowd the box. There he is. So he sees Allen take off. Immediately he's going to go.
Look at McKenzie. Watch McKenzie's route. Oh, that's Brown. Sorry, watch Brown. Brown is right there.
Yeah, but he's nowhere near the play.
But the play's over. It's over.
Yeah.
The play's over.
He's just running in the backside.
Yeah.
So let's just take a look. Okay, they're able to pull. They're able to pull and block it up. That is Feliciano letting Christian Wilkins in.
Yeah.
And this is when he had a handful of his face mask. Was like, excuse me, I know you're a big dude, but
I love that. I love that. Wow. Nobody. Yeah, I love the fact that the refs clearly didn't see him grab the front of that face mask right as they hit the sideline.
Nobody steps on a church in my town.
Nobody.
Okay. So yeah, the rest of we're in the 4th quarter. The rest of the 3rd downs they were just trying to run out the clock, and they were just trying to get out of there with their victory. So I mean, for tonight's film room, guys, you started to see some things that were manifesting on 3rd downs that Allen needs to clean up, the offense needs to clean up. Like I said, and I've said it for a couple of weeks now, it's not like I am a huge fan of trying to hit the Beasley button, but good Lord, the kid's open all the time. Throw him feed him the ball. And the thing is, though, yes, Big Spence, Ghostbusters. With Harris coming in this week, something I believe you're going to talk about tomorrow morning on the preview exclusive to Sportscaster. Something the Harris Brown matchup could be one that the Buffalo Bills are very concerned about, so that they're going to try to see if other options could be open for Allen. I think they would. They may. You may see McKenzie get a few more targets. You may see Beasley get a few more targets, or Knox and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But don't think that, like, I'm getting the same feeling about this game, Paul. And you let me know in the chat. You let me know. I'm getting the same feeling for this game as I did for the Cleveland game. It's eerily similar, man. A team that has a losing record that you should beat, yet is very talented. It's a little scary. It's a little scary for me.
Yeah, yeah, I'm there. I'm with you there. It's just going to get harder from here, right? Because you have Denver, you have Dallas, you have the Ravens. It really this is where it starts getting really tough. So this is a team that you should beat, right? On paper, the Allen Bowl, right? It's
Yep.
officially the Allen Bowl.
Officially the Allen Bowl.
So this is a team you should beat, right? But here's where something that I noticed since we went through every third down play the Bills had, and I don't know if you noticed this or not. I think I only counted motion twice, right?
Not a lot of motion. No, it's hard to do that.
Which is sort of something. Yeah, we saw the same formation like 8 times out of the 15, right? With no only they only use motion twice.
Well, if you're spreading them out, Paul, though,
tell me if you think that's an issue.
It's not too much issue for me because they did use, albeit on third down, we saw a lot of them. They did use a lot of shifts, or they did use a lot of wider sets. So Allen was able to diagnose with the everything being so spread out. He was able to diagnose what the coverage was without motion. Now, if you want to do what did we used to call it? We used to call it a tag. So if you wanted to tag it, you tag a receiver that's off the line, not on the line, and you have him run toward the middle of the quarterback, then run back out to his spot. If you want to try to test to see if they're in man or not, you could do that. That's fine. If you're going to get the plays into him so fast, you can still run motion. He can still audible. He can still check off. But I think it's one of those things where it's baby steps with him, and they're still doing it. Okay, we want to run a little bit more up-tempo. Don't put too much on the kid's plate. Let's see what he can do. And then maybe we'll put a little bit more this week for Denver. We'll put a little bit more this week for Baltimore, and then a little bit more for Pittsburgh, and we'll see what's going on with this kid. So that would be my take, I guess. But we got to get out of here, Paul.
Yeah, because I gotta do this again in 8 hours.
Yes, so. You do. Yeah, don't worry. I'll be in a professional development all morning and afternoon. So that's always fun too. So,
what a wait! They know who you are, right?
No.
You're like, my name's Mario Granado from #Sports.
Yeah, right. Let me try to do that once somewhere. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we just want to before we get out of here, one more thing I want to tell you guys. We're gonna have a 2-minute warning. We're gonna try it at least. We're gonna have a 2-minute warning very, very soon on our channel, which is we're gonna put a nice little phone number at the bottom of the screen, and you guys can actually call in. So I don't know if this is good or bad. I couldn't do it, and I was having some technical difficulties with the stream itself, but I couldn't do it on Wednesday because of my voice. But that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to actually get some call-ins from you guys, so you'll stop calling in a WGR after the game and you'll just call us. So hopefully you can get out what you need, and we can finally hear. I mean, someone said on the stream the other day that they said, you guys ever wonder what we look like? And Paul and I both said yes. I wonder what some of y'all sound like, because I hear these things come. I see all these things come up on the chat. I'm wondering what the voice behind it is. So, very interesting. So, thank you for joining us again for the Friday Film Room. Paul will join you in 8 hours over on Sportscaster. We are out this mofo. See you guys.
That's how we're gonna end.
How do you want to end it, Paul?
All right.
Bonesaw. Mike Tyson's. Why don't you do one of your edits for your voice?
Oh God, yeah. I should. All right, we out of here?
Yeah, it's gonna sound like I'm hanging up, but